Hey there, I'm Han.
And I'm Kat, and we're Brews and Reviews. So as you'll see in one of our other videos, whether it is up now or whether it will be coming after this,
who knows?
Who knows about how we're doing it. We are making some spooky cocktails, and this tag is basically going to turn into some sort of drunk tag, but we're doing it anyway.
So this is the spooky Would You Rather tag, and we got tagged by Bookish Cheryl, but the original creator was the Book Pusher.
So we saw this and we were really excited to do it, and we were like, let's do it now. And we already had plans to do this cocktail thing, so we were like, let's combine them. It'll be fine.
So we'll just get started.
Yeah. We've got the questions on Hannah's tablet over here, so we're just going to go with it.
By the way, we're going to be doing our answers not just to books but also to films, because this month we're doing a mixture of both, aren't we? We're watching spooky films and we're going to be reading some spooky books, so I thought it'd be appropriate if we answer to both films and books.
Yeah. We haven't actually looked at the questions. We briefly watched it in Bookish Cheryl's video, so we're just like...
We're going with it.
Yeah.
So it's about our answers, if they're not very good. Question 1. Thrillers or supernaturals?
So my answer for both films and books is thrillers. I really enjoy thrillers. I'm also scared shitless by supernatural things. I just don't want to watch it. It scares me. I'm go to bed, and then I'm thinking about it. I'm I'm going to die. It's going to kill me. So I'd rather read thrillers. I'd rather watch thrillers.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I like thrillers, I like watching thrillers, but supernatural is they proper draw me in, especially if they're spiritual ones with ghosts and everything, and paranormals and stuff. I really enjoy them, and reading them. I like reading about monsters, and
I like reading about monsters. I find that I really like crime thrillers and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I think what I like about the supernatural is that it's got more of the fantasy element that I'm more drawn to.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why I would choose that in a book form rather than thriller. But I am trying a thriller, aren't I?
Yeah,
so
yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Your answer might change, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably not going to change.
It's probably not, but you know. Question 2. Ghosts or zombies?
Definitely zombies. I am 100% film and book. Zombies. I love zombies. I know they're kind of similar. Every zombie film you see is pretty similar, but I just love them. I think that they're really I enjoy that sort of apocalypse. I definitely die in a zombie apocalypse straight away. I have this running joke that I would probably fall over and get decapitated by a spoon or something. Some stupid thing like that would definitely happen.
For me, I think it would have to be ghosts, just because I find them so interesting. I don't know whether I'm particularly a believer, but I'm not a disbeliever either. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to rule it out, and I think that's why I'm drawn to them, because I find the area very interesting. It's really eerie, and as much as I love zombies, I think there's so much more you can do with ghosts. You can have obviously the poltergeist, you can have good ghosts, and there's a lot more way you can go with ghosts, I think, than zombies. But I don't know. I don't know. There's something about the idea of ghosts in a way that I kind of like. Question 3: vampires or werewolves?
Vampires. Not Twilight vampires. I just like the whole lore and the darkness of vampires. I find werewolves a bit mindless. I like the thought of a vampire soul that has aged and how that fucks up someone's brain. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I like vampires.
I think I'd choose vampires as well. For similar reasons, to be fair. I like werewolves, but
there's just not much going on there.
No, there's not, is there?
It's bite people. Full moon.
But
normal,
what I like
hairy.
About vampires is that they're human just with a curse, and that's what draws me to werewolves. Did I say vampires before? I meant werewolves. I meant werewolves. Like, they're human just with a curse. And obviously vampires are dead, like, I suppose they're soulless, and that's why I like werewolves, but I do like vampires because I think, like you said, you know, with the whole age thing, and I think they could be explored a lot more.
And they're more twisted.
Yeah.
I feel like werewolves are just mindless, whereas vampires, they know what they're doing and they're evil. A lot of the time, I kind of prefer the evil ones because there's something twisted going on there.
Question 4, witches or demons?
Witches. I love witches. I like demons, depending on the type of demon they are. I guess if you kind of count, like I just recently read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I quite like the demon in that. They're not demons, sorry, they're chimera, but like in like angels versus demons sort of my mindset, they're kind of demons, and I like the chimera in that. But I don't like demons in films, really. I don't think they're very well done at all.
No. A lot of them have to be like CGI, and I think it just completely loses it, doesn't it?
It's just not doing it for me. So, witches, on the other hand, I think there's just a lot more you can explore with it. There was that film, wasn't there? Was it called The Witch or something? It was recent, and that was pretty cool. Like,
Not sure.
It was good. I liked that film.
I think I'd choose witches as well, but I mean, in that book that I was on about earlier on, This Savage Song, which I read this month, that's got sort of demony, I suppose, aspects in it, and they're done in a very interesting way, and there's one group that are great. So
okay.
I just really like it. It's a great book.
I'm intrigued. I'm probably going to end up reading this.
Yeah. Question 5. Would you rather read a book with 13 chapters or read a book with a black cat on the cover?
I mean, to be honest, I don't care because I'm not superstitious.
No, I'm not. And I like odd numbers, so...
Oh, I hate odd numbers. That isn't anything to do with being superstitious. I just hate odd numbers. Like, I like things to be round and even.
And I like the oddness of odd numbers. Like, I like the pointy jar, you know, I like...
Yeah. Probably the cat.
I don't like the roundness, like the bubble... Oh, no.
This is why we really struggle when we're trying to listen to music in the car, because I always have to have it on an even number and you always have to have it on an odd number, but I'm driving so I win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably a cat if I had to choose, just because I like cats. And I don't care.
And there must be like a reason as to why there's a cat on the cover, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that would draw me to it. But, like, I wouldn't discount a book just because it had 13 chapters in it. Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Question 6. Would you rather read a book by candlelight or yourself in a locked, brightly lit room?
Read a book in the locked, brightly lit room because candlelight hurts my eyes when I'm trying to watch something. Watch a film with no light at all. Like, I'll watch a horror film with no candlelight, no nothing. I just want to sit in the dark and watch the film.
I'm like that as well.
I just think I think you get the atmosphere of the film if you sit there and watch it in darkness. And
Oh, actually, no, because I'd read the book in candlelight, like, stuff like that doesn't bother me.
it doesn't bother me, it just hurts my eyes.
Yeah,
like...
yeah, whereas for me, like, I can handle that. Like, it's brightness that hurts my eyes, so, like, the candlelight is fine with me. But then, if I was to watch a film, it would either have to be by candlelight or in darkness. I hate it with light.
Yeah, it's just...
Especially if it's, like, dark films as well, because you can never see what's going on, and it's dead frustrating.
This is true.
Question 7. Would you rather face your worst fears or be trapped in the mind of a serial killer?
See, I think Book of Cheryl said this best. How long are you in the mind of the serial killer?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, actually, no, wait, to be honest,
I think I'd prefer to just face my worst fear.
Would you? I'd prefer to be in the mind of the serial killer.
Why?
Because one of my first fears is, like, everyone I love dying, so I'd rather not face that. Like, that's not pleasant.
But if you're in the mind of a serial killer, what about the serial killer who's killing your family and you can do...
Well, who says that you don't have any control in the mind of the serial killer? That is never specified whether you can control the mind of the serial killer if you're just, like, two minds controlling one body and fighting against each other. So there's, you know...
I don't know.
If one of my worst fears was not that, then I'd probably face my worst fears because, like, I can fucking take on some spiders and some heights for for like one time and things like that.
To be fair, like I think it's easy enough for me to see my worst fear, but I don't think I can specifically pinpoint what my worst fear is. Like I have a lot of fears, but if it came down to it, I don't know what my worst one would be.
I know, it would probably surprise us really, wouldn't it? Like what it actually is.
Question 8. Would you rather watch a scary movie or read a scary book?
Probably depends on what mood I'm in. So probably if I'm after like a 2-hour scary movie, then like that's a quick thing. But if I'm after like a long drawn out scare that is gonna like just get in my head, probably a book for that.
I think I would choose a film. Simply because, like, even if I'm scared of something, I'm good at like rationalising myself, like thinking, you know, don't be stupid, like it's a film or it's a book, like, and I feel like for that I could get more freaked out, I suppose. I could push myself more with a film, scare wise, than a book. But I've never really read scary books, so it's hard for me to answer that, you know, in that aspect. I can remember, I'm reading actually right now, I'm reading the Mark of Athena, and it's like the Heroes of Olympus.
Yeah.
And there's a bit with like spiders in it, and I can remember, like now I've started reading it again, I completely forgot about it, and it's like, I can remember this sort of actually freaked me out when I read it. So, like, you know, when it just like makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was finding this with it when I read it, like, a lot of the things that happened in there did make me feel very uncomfortable, and like, it, a little bit with the film, not so much though, like, it's not stuck with me like the book has stuck with me, so I feel like that's partly why, but I also let my imagination run away with me quite a lot, and I think that's probably, like, if there's something was right in front of me, like I went to one of these scare houses where people like run at you dressed as like clowns with chainsaws and shit like that, and I was like, fine, I was like, I go to this place where I'm like dead serious.
I just laugh,
just
like I've been as well, and I literally just have huge giggles, like I can't help it. I'm absolutely fine in situations like that.
I think it's completely different within like a movie and a film, but I thought it was worth bringing that up, in that like we're both like absolutely fine in like real life situations where people are supposed to be scaring you, or like there's something real coming at you. I think it just depends on what your imagination is doing in a book and movie sort of sense.
Yeah. Question 9. Would you rather read spooky books in the fall or throughout the whole year?
In autumn. Autumn.
Well,
throughout the whole year. Autumn.
it says during the fall. So, in autumn.
Probably all year round, because then I could read some in autumn and some in other months.
Yeah. I think for me, like, because I do read a specific genre of books, I'd have to like, I couldn't just read a bulk genre in a month. Like it would have, well, you know, like in a season sort of thing, I'd have to just spread out, especially like sometimes it depends on completely how I feel. So if I feel more adventurous with my reading, I will pick up one, whereas if I'm not and I just want a safe book, then I'll just choose something I'm comfortable with, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Films wise, I tend to want to watch horror movies more in this season of autumn, because I'm just in the mood for it, because it's all gloomy and gross outside, and I'm kind of in the mood for being scared.
And like, this is the first time in year where you start trying to get comfy, isn't it? Like, you know, the jumpers come out and the blankets, and, you know, you try and get comfy, don't you? And that's when you want to snuggle up and maybe turn the lights down and you're like, oh, actually, let's watch a film. And sometimes it can be a spooky one, but I'm one of them ones where I'll just be sitting on my own and I'll be like, yeah, let's whack a scary movie on. Like,
it's alright, Rue will protect you.
Yeah.
She'll bark at the telly for you.
She probably would.
She'll be like, hey, what's that? What's that? I said you. Actually, sorry, it's more like,
yeah, it is with Ruby. I mean, this is sort of a similar question, but it's, would you rather read 10 spooky books in the month of August? What is it? Frickin' August!
Why do we keep saying August?
Shit! Would you rather read 10 spooky books in the month of October or throughout the whole year?
I Was this not the last question?
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's basically the same.
Well, 10 spooky books all year.
Yeah.
And 10 spooky films all year, probably. So that was the spooky Would You Rather tag. It's quite fun, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So I quite enjoyed that.
So thank you to Bookie Cheryl for tagging us in it.
We love a bit of October spookiness. So, I guess we should tag people now. Time for a tagging.
Yeah.
Trick or treat, trick or tag. Okay. Anyway, we are going to tag Game of Terms and Stacks on Stacks on Stacks.
And we also tag FK Vlogs.
So we hope you guys have a lot of fun. Anybody else who wants to do this tag, please feel free because it was a lot of fun.
It just gets you in the October spirit and like
get ready for Halloween, guys.
Embrace it.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that fun stuff.
Keep an eye out for our other video for the cocktail making recipes.
Yeah, if you want to see how
The
we
next
made
one's-
this or what happens after
This is what happens when you question master. You're a slower drinker.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just there like I'm like a fish, I'm like a guppy. I'm like anyway, we'll see you in the next video.
See you later.
Bye. Yeah. It's just
So
from
frustrating.
Saw. That's not a bad thing.